it's almost crazy because I look back at each individual minor thing that's happened in my life and I think, holy shit, it all adds up. Like, the strings are attaching on the pinboard, you know what I mean, when you're trying to figure out a fucking murder mystery, which is why I am a big believer in that everything that's meant for you will not fucking pass you. Hello, welcome back to the Girl Math Podcast. I am your host, Kori Blonde. I have spent some time away and I'm in LA, and I can't believe I'm literally sat in a convertible Mustang on top of the LA mountains right now, but I am, and that's where I'm at. And yeah, what a way to be back, to be honest. Where do I begin? I need a tongue plastic, I'm sorry. There are people snogging next to me, and there are people in a van behind me. I can only imagine what the people in the van are fucking doing. This must be the spot. I don't want to go on about LA for too long, because if you want to know about LA, you can use Google. I can't believe it. If you had told 3 months ago, Kori, that I would be here, I would have literally laughed in your face. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to end it all, like, not that long ago, and something in me was like, no, because something good is coming. I always used to tell myself every day, like, something good is coming. The pivotal moment for me was when I was sat at a bar that I work at, on a bin out the back. I was at breaking point. I lost everything. I lost the life I thought I was going to have, and I had to recalibrate my whole life, start again, go home, no money to my name, basically in debt, which, give or take, still am, I'll be real. But I had to build myself from the ground up after losing myself to a man for so long, but I was also going through heartbreak at the same time, whatever. So I was genuinely going through it, and you know when it's like, oh, one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. It got to a point where I was at work, I was having a bad day, and I was sat on the bin crying my eyes out, and I just had to, like, let it all go. I drove home after that shift that night, and I was like, I literally can't do this anymore. Like, what is the point? I keep trying, and, like, nothing's moving. Like, why am I in this rut when I know I'm destined for more? I actually have a tattoo on my neck that says destined, because I've always known that I'm destined for something. I know it's kind of like cliche, whatever, but if it's like one thing after the other, and you're just like, what the fuck is the point? Because everything is happening all at once, and you just don't see a way out, and you're stuck in the mud. Trust me, that mud is going to be the glue to what you're destined for. Like, it's putting the pieces together. And like, I am always one that can't back myself. I have really low self-esteem, so when I see other people doing well, I instantly compare myself to them. And I remember I bumped into an ex-friend of mine at a coffee shop, and basically we used to do loads of things together. I feel like I brought her out her shell and she brought me out mine, but I feel like she looked down on me. She looked her nose down at me from the position that I was in, and I helped her through everything. And then as soon as it came to when I needed help, she completely abandoned me and, like, stabbed me in the back 100 million times in different fucking ways you wouldn't even imagine. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to be the bigger person. And I went up to her in the coffee shop, and I was like, oh my God, like, I've missed you so much. Like, how are you doing? And she instantly belittled me, and I won't get into it, but, like, the type of person I am, I just completely spiraled and, like, spit everything out, as to what was going on, because I was like, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Like, this has happened, and I'm, like, in this position, and I was expecting her to, like, be like, oh my God, like, let's, like, meet up for a coffee or something. But she was, like, not really listening, and then she said, oh, is it obvious that I don't care? And she laughed, and I was like, that's crazy, goodbye. Like, I went to the toilet after that and just cried, because I was like, the amount I did for that girl. Anyway, moral of the story is, I'm not going to ramble about that, because the moral of the story is like, never laugh at someone's position, because trust me, I've been humbled, and I was looking at her like, but you could lose it all tomorrow. And I was once that person, you know, but I've always kind of had in mind that, oh, well, you know, it's kind of easy to get an ego, it's easy to get big-headed, it's easy to think, oh, this is my life now. But I'm also aware that I'm here temporarily, I'm not here forever. And that goes, like, generally about life, but that also goes me in LA right now. Like, I'm almost so used to being let down, I'm so used to not having everything, or having everything and then it being taken away from me, that I, like, almost don't enjoy the moment, because I'm too worried about thinking, oh, well, this isn't gonna last, you know. And that's concerning because I need to live in the moment, and it's really fucking hard and it's really cliche, but I'm trying my best. Like, even right now, I'm like looking at the fucking mountains, I'm like, holy shit, I'm here. But then tomorrow I have to fly back, I have to fly home, and then I have to go back to my bar job. But nevertheless, I know that what is meant for me won't pass me, and I will come back here and it won't pass me. You know, there is no way on earth that I won't make this happen. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but I know it will, because it's found me now. And that goes into my next point. I've always felt like a Nepo baby without being the Nepo. I don't know how to describe it, but I've always felt like I've been in rooms, I've been in situations, relationships, friendships, where I almost don't deserve it, because I've almost been with very successful people that I've managed to find my way through doors that I couldn't even imagine would be, well, I knew would be possible, but I thought it would be possible off my own back. And this is where I began to kind of deep dive into myself and think, I need to make something of myself, because I know I'm destined for that, and I know I'm capable of that, because I have many talents, but I just don't talk about it, and I don't big myself up enough, and I don't have a big ego as such. So I've been trying to like battle the like Nepo feeling of being somewhere but not feeling deserving, and having a massive imposter syndrome, which is why this trip is so good for me, I guess, because it's forcing me to meet people and try and make my own something of myself, because I can't ever work for someone else, and I'm just gonna say it, I just can't. And I really struggle. I don't know whether that's something to do with mentally, I don't know, but I really struggle being told what to do. I'm very stubborn, and I have to learn for myself. And this trip was all about like seeing if this is where I want to be, exploring, having a break. Honestly, I've not had a break. I've not been away out of the country, out of Europe, for like 7 years, and a lot has happened throughout that 7 years, and I was very, 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 very scared to come here because of the new anxieties that I'd felt, and the new traumas that I'd developed, and whatever. Don't get me wrong, I was fucking nervous to fly and move and like just do, like, my biggest point is feel the fear and do it anyway. I just kept telling myself, like, feel the fear and do it anyway, Kori. You're worried that you're going to throw up on the plane? You're worried that you're going to feel motion sick? You're worried, like, do I have history of that? No. I'm worried about it? Yes. I spiral about everything and think of worst case scenarios all the time, but feel the fear and do it anyway. This is your dream, Kori. Why would you not go? Why would you not? What, because you're scared? Pussy. Like, I'm not scared. I'm not that type of person. I just shot her for the first time the other day at a gun range. I don't even know if I can say the word, but yeah, I did that. I shot an AK-47 and a pistol, or whatever it is. I don't know, but I feel the fear and do it anyway. I was like, this is a one in a lifetime opportunity, really, so I'm going to fucking take it. I'm going to do it. You have to grab it by the balls. You can't let life pass you by, because when you let life pass you by, you're going to always be fucking wondering what if, and you're going to look back and just think, fuck, like, I turned 24 a few weeks ago. 6 more years, I'm 30. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll be having kids. Hopefully not, but maybe. I don't fucking know. Like, but I'll be having kids. What the fuck? Like, 6 years is not long. 6 years is not gonna get to me where I need to be in that time, unless it does by miracle. Like, I mean, by miracle I'm here. It's almost crazy, because I look back at each individual minor thing that's happened in my life, and I think, holy shit, it all adds up. Like, the strings are attaching on the pinboard, you know what I mean, when you're trying to figure out a fucking murder mystery. Like, everything is aligning as to why this happened. Oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, it's led me down paths that I wouldn't even have like dreamt of going, but then it's kind of put me back on track, which is why I am a big believer in that everything that's meant for you will not fucking pass you. Like, take it from me, I thought, holy shit, I'm working at a bar, this is not where I want to be, this is not what I want to do, but I met some incredible fucking people that opened my eyes to incredible fucking things, and to a point where I wasn't even ready for, but I'm now here. Like, I couldn't even dream of not having these people in my life, and I couldn't even dream of not having the mindset that I have now. Before, like, I was so closed off, thinking, oh no, like, this is going to be it, like, I'm just going to have to like work at a bar the rest of my life, which is fine, just not for me, but I'm going to have to work at a bar the rest of my life, which doesn't align with what I'm doing, which what I'll get into in a minute, alignment, but it doesn't align with me. It's not where I want to be. And I was for so long, like, I don't want to go to LA, like, I don't want to travel, I don't want to do anything, I just want to stay here because I'm a scared, anxious wreck. Best believe LA was always my dream, but I lost it for so long because I was like, fuck it, like, what's the point? Literally everything bad's happened to me, I'm the victim. Well, best believe, Kori, everything fucking happens in life, and it's just how you fucking deal with it. Alignment, this is what I want to get into, which is the biggest thing that I have learnt thus far about life. Crazy, right? Crazy fucking thing to say, but alignment. If you are not aligned in life, you are going to feel anxiety to the fucking max. You are going to feel anxious all the time. You are not going to feel in place at all with what you do. You're going to be unhappy. You're going to feel depressed, unworthy. You're going to feel all fucking things, right? And I had a phone call with a guy that I met through people. It's a fucking long story, but he said to me, Kori, you don't need to figure out your how, you need to figure out your why. You need to be aligned, because the second you're aligned, everything will fucking fall into place, and you will work out the how pretty quickly. You will see it. And right now, I'm still figuring out my why. I'm still figuring it out. I still don't feel quite aligned. Even though I'm where I've always wanted to be, I'm not fucking aligned. Oh, also, welcome Jed to the family. I did buy him from Target. I should put him here before I forget. I was supposed to introduce him at the beginning, but I forgot because my mind, I have really bad fucking memory. Anyway, you need to be fucking aligned with everything that you do. And that's not just with goals, that's with your morals, that's with, if you don't like that person 100%, fucking leave. Like, the moment you align yourself with whatever it is that you believe in, just journal and you'll figure out what you align with. You'll see it pretty quick. Like, you'll figure it out. One thing I've learned about traveling is it's given me a lot of confidence. I say traveling, I've literally just gone to LA, but it's still a massive thing, right? Especially after a lot of trauma and a lot of anxiety through the years. But do it anyway. Do it scared, tired, hungry. Do it. Feel the fear, do it fucking anyway. Like, you're gonna die one day, essentially. I know that's fucking cliche and it's deep, but you don't know. I could get hit by a boulder in an earthquake coming down this mountain in 5 minutes. This might not even be uploaded, you know what I mean? But like, maybe that was a bit dramatic, but like, you get my point, right? Don't let life pass you by. You don't have time. I'm 24 already. Like, I do want kids one day, and this is gonna reach my kids. This is gonna see my kids hopefully one day, if I make it that far. Well, God, that's really deep, but like, you just don't know, you know? So literally just grab it by the balls and do it. I can't express that enough. There's 1,000,001 things that I want to say, and I want you guys to like hear, but I just feel like at the end of the day, do what you love, be with who you love, say you love someone even if you feel like you can't, just fucking do it anyway. Like, life's too short. I will always make sure the people I love know that they're loved and know that I'm there for them, because I don't know what tomorrow holds, and I'm not going to wait. I don't want to be second best ever. I don't want to wait around. I always want people to know, because I'm like generally just scared of life. I don't know. A massive one that I do is self-sabotage. I feel like I could be a lot further. I might even get a tattoo of this. I don't know. But like, I could be a lot further in life if I didn't self-sabotage all the time. And self-sabotage is a very deep-rooted thing. It's like coming from not feeling worthy, whatever. I almost self-sabotage because I'm afraid of peace. I've not really ever been at peace with myself, with others, and I've always been quite an uptight, anxious person. I always seek the worst case scenarios all the time, and I've never been fully at peace, so I don't know what that's like. That's uncomfortable for me, and I've been in a very comfortable environment for so long, which is why I've always felt undeserving and like a nepo baby, because I've always been comfortable with stuff, and that's why some people don't want help when they're sad, because it's comfortable, and I'm there. I've been there. I'm probably still there, quite frankly, and other people have tried to help me, but like, I'm just helpless. Like, sometimes you can't help me, you can't save people that don't want to be saved, and it's just facts. But each day I do try and get better, and I do try. I want that for myself. I've seen other people have success and what I want, and it's given me that motivation again. And I feel like this trip has been really good because it's kind of made me want to get my money up again and get out of places that I have found myself in, and I've relied on people too much, and whatever. Like, I've learned so much being here, which I'll probably get into when I'm back in England. But I just want to say, like, if you have a dream, a goal, and it's gone and you're in a rut, best believe that's coming back, because what's meant for you won't pass you. So the key takeaways: sometimes you have to realise, hey, I shouldn't be self-sabotaging as a default setting. I should kind of go into the settings and change it a little bit, because best believe if I'm in a room that I don't feel worthy in, I'll be like, like, I'm so close, but I'm like so fucking far, you know what I mean? Like, I don't deserve to be here, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to sit in the corner and go, I can't be bothered. Or, you know what, this will come again. It won't fucking come again. This opportunity will come once, and you have to fucking take it. And best believe you are worthy of that situation. Like, I walked in, I'll give you an example. I went into Chanel the other day because I've dreamed of having a Chanel bag. Best believe I can't fucking afford a Chanel bag. It was about £7,000, whatever. But I walked in there, I wore my nice outfit, probably my nicest outfit. I wore heels, I wore whatever. I looked the part, basically. Because if you look the part, you feel the part. I don't necessarily feel the part, but I felt the part that day. And I was talking to the guy, and he gave me his business card. And I kept the business cards because I thought, one day I will come back to you and I will buy this bag. But I think it's so important. It's a good routine to have, where you go into a place like that and you actually feel it. You actually feel the luxury. You go in and you feel how you would feel when you buy it, because it goes to show that you are one decision away from a completely different life, and this is actually closer than you think it is. Like, it's all mindset, you know, and it's an important practice to remind myself that I am worthy, even though I don't feel it. Like, my brain just has to follow. If my body is walking into Chanel, my brain will follow. Everything will follow. Everything will come after that, you know. And like, it's like being here. I have to realize, fuck, I'm here. Surely I've done something right. Surely I've done something right to be here, you know? Crazy. I've got a flight tomorrow in like 12 hours. I need to pack my bags, but I hope what I've said has been somewhat good. I know there's 1,000,001 things that I want to say, but I will probably give you story times when I'm home, and hopefully, you know, I'm in a better place and more motivated, I guess you could say. But never be afraid to tell someone you love them, and never be afraid to love yourself, most importantly. That's probably more important. But I'm gonna go, because best believe when it's cold in LA, in the mountains, the temperature just drops, and it's bloody windy, and I need to put the roof up. But I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you are in a good place, and if you're not, my DMs are always open. If you want to see me crash out on TikTok, it's at Kori Blonde. If you want to DM me on Instagram, it's at Kori Blonde. Everything is Kori Blonde. And I hope you guys are all well, and I will see you on the next episode. And I'll be in England, probably crying with jet lag, and also because I'm not here. So anyway, goodbye. Jed says bye. He was like $25, and now he's coming to England. This is the first time he's seen a view. It's a weighted teddy as well, so it does get rid of anxiety. But, well, kind of. I don't think anything will ever get rid of anxiety if I'm real. Maybe being aligned.